Hey guys, we're
What's
back.
up?
What's up?
I'm Bayside.
I'm Colorado.
And I'm Boston. So the last three songs you heard were Ivy League by Alex Leahy, Bitter Winter by San Cisco, and Bibbia Baby by Ed Sheeran. I can't pronounce it. I'm
Bayside,
sorry.
take it.
That's
Bayside,
alright.
take it away.
Well, that actually was a great segment. Thank you, Boston. Because not only will I be talking about Ed Sheeran's album released March 3rd, it is his third album called Divide, and it follows the whole thing with plus, multiply, now divide. It was a lot of anticipation all across the board. But yeah, like the album as a whole, it's very more upbeat than the other albums, which but he seems to like deviate from whatever people think his sound is each time, so people can't really like plug him with a sound, which is great. But yeah, as far as the song goes, I actually wanted to talk about what the title means,
Yeah.
because most people don't know.
Please tell us.
Yes. So, Bibi Yabi Yeye, which like most people would probably think it's like Spanish because like Barcelona is like the next song. It's not. It's Twi, spelled Twi, which is a language spoken in Ghana.
Okay.
And
I was wondering if it was African, like that was the
Yeah.
vibe. Yeah. Okay.
And like what the title means and like all of the words spoken in Twi. I think I'm pronouncing it right. Like I looked it up. Just saying. Just like I'm gonna say that. So like if
Yeah.
I'm not, you know.
Yeah.
But the all the words like spoken, it just makes sense with like what the whole song is trying to say. So Bibi Yabayaya basically means like all will be all right, like everything will be okay. And then like that Sonomo and Koye basically means like when things aren't working out.
Aw.
And like throughout the song, like there's like the no ma part.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
Let me see.
We all know what you're talking about.
You know, it's like right at
Yeah.
the end.
And if you don't, you haven't
No,
listened to
no,
the
no.
album enough, so like get
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
So he goes like Wononuma be yeah. Wow.
That was
That's my
beautiful.
natural Twi coming out. That
Bayside,
means
that was astounding.
it means your problems will be solved. So if you didn't feel like the song was automatically calming, like now you just have that reassurance that it really is meant to
Wow.
be. So yeah,
What
I
a
think
positive message.
yeah, that just really embodies the album. It's a very positive
Ooh,
album.
True.
And it has some Twi in it. It has some Irish influence, which makes people very happy. I'm talking about myself.
And me
And
for sure.
yeah, and
Ugh.
definitely Boston.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. That's not even
And
a
then
question.
he has
Yeah.
like Barcelona, and I
Mhm.
think like with the fact that he took this year off and traveled. And what's funny is like the one place everyone knows he traveled to was Japan. There's
Hmm.
no Japanese influence, which like it's fine. You know, like no one's like
Yeah.
looking for that. I mean, like maybe people are,
Right.
but yeah. So like I think just after he's traveled a whole year, like to have an album that has so many different cultural influences is like awesome. And that's my little thing. So I would like to ask what songs do you guys most enjoy
Ooh. Oh,
on
that's
the
rough.
album?
Like,
The mainstream in me
Go
wants to
to-
say Shape of You, but like that was just because it's the
Mhm.
first one I heard, you know, it's great. And it's great. I
Yeah.
love it.
If you pushed like Castle on the Hill and that one to the side though,
Yeah.
what do you
Yeah.
think?
ooh,
I have to look at the list.
I'd have to say Galway Girl
Mhm.
and New Man.
I was gonna say New
Ooh,
Man
New
too.
Man's
I mean, it
good.
changes very
yeah,
often, but
I mean, Nancy Mulligan is like a straight third.
Mhm.
Like, that's up there.
See, Nancy Mulligan and like Galway Girl are pretty tied for me because they're like so Irish, like they sound so Irish to me at least. And that, but I would have to say Nancy Mulligan out of those
Mhm.
two is like my
Yep.
favorite.
I would say overall, what I'm receiving is that the two most popular songs off the album are, besides Shape of You and
Mhm.
Castle on the Hill, are Dive and
Yeah, Dive you almost kind of forget about a little
yeah,
bit.
but then when you
Mhm.
listen to it, you're like, this
Yeah.
is art in its purest form. And besides that, I would say I'm totally blanking on the name now because I'm trash.
my other one is it What Do I Know?
What do I know? That's how I wanted to say what do I feel, but
Yeah.
that would be a combination of two songs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
That's
do I
my-
know is I would say those two are probably
love
the
that
ones I
one.
hear most of other people listening to.
Right. I love that
Um,
one. Just as like someone who's like grew up with like a musical family and like
Yeah.
just music is such like a big part of my life that like that song, I was like, yes, Ed, completely. I totally agree with everything he says in that song.
Hearts Don't Break Around Here is like one that you just kind of like, I forget how good it is until I listen to it again.
Yep.
So that's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would definitely say the second half of the album took me longer to appreciate
Yeah.
Right.
after past albums, but I'm fully in now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
it's different. You
great.
have to get used to it.
I'm glad. Yeah, you definitely have to, for most of them, you have to listen to him a couple times, like hear what he's saying and the melodies, because it is, I agree, even though like he does change his like sound pretty much every album, like I could see the similarities that people would draw with the other three that are really well known as compared to this one. And so I think because it is exponentially different, that like a lot of people are like, what? Because it's a lot more like upbeat. There's a lot more instruments in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was actually one of my criticisms at the beginning of listening to it, because part of what did draw me to him was the fact that it was just him and a guitar and his voice.
Right.
And
with like the crazy lyrics and everything like that, yeah.
And with the build up, it's like, it's awesome,
Right.
but it's also like, it's not what I originally was looking for. But sometimes you gotta open your mind a little.
Yeah, I
Very
mean,
I'm also talking to myself here.
it's change. Everyone has to adapt to change.
Right. I like love his thing that he started. It's kind of very like Adele like too, with his whole album name thing.
Yep.
Where I think that's just so, it's like so sophisticated in my mind. I love like his album titles,
Yep. No, I'm definitely curious. Like, okay, so like everyone's
Subtract?
assuming that the next one's subtract, but like
he's like parentheses.
like
what?
PEMDAS.
It
but,
could be
like,
all of them.
yeah, but like where does he go from there?
Backslash.
Like,
Watch his next album will be called Psych, because everyone thinks it's going to be Subtract.
I'll be pissed.
Oh my gosh.
Like I need like, it's like how when you
like
buy a series, you need to buy like all of them soft cover, all of them hardcover. Like I can't.
Oh yeah, no, my family had we mixed those, and it always bothered me as a kid that like the Harry Potter books and stuff, we have like hardcover, maybe soft over whatever.
Yeah.
See, we had soft covers and
not
everything,
uniform.
but the 7th book, which drove me
Ooh.
nuts.
I don't. Oh no, wait. I know there is like a soft copy of like every one of those, but
Yes.
like I've seen way more like hard copies of the 7th for some reason. I don't know why, but
I think because it's so
anyway.
big.
Yeah, it's easier.
That's
Yeah.
true. Except the one book that we do have a soft like copy of, other than the first two, which are like tiny, so it's fine, is the 5th one, which is the longest, and it's like
it's
just torn.
Yep. I don't
It's a
think anyone
broken
has
book.
a full 5th copy
No.
anymore.
No.
Yeah, but
All right. With that, we are going to roll into some music, and we will be back with more talk on artists and everything under the sun, because we just rant.
Very
So,
true.
See you in a bit.
Broad